What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome in, baby. As y'all are coming in, tapping in, I would love to hear from the people also that yesterday said we was clickbaiting. So please make sure y'all come back. We definitely looking for y'all. You know, the people that said we were clickbaiting over here. We definitely looking for y'all. Please join the live. Join the live. Roll up. Pull up. Pull up. Okay, great. Make sure y'all pull up. I'm looking for all the accusers. Oh, Dreamers Pro over there clickbaiting. You over there clickbaiting. He said, oh, hell no. Shout out to Nashville. What else we got? Atlanta, the building. Shout out to Ghost 100. What it do? Hasta la vista, Nico. Shout out to Crypto Geek out there in Jamaica. Chi-Town was good. Nate out there in the DMV. What up? Dresky out there in St. Louis. Zeno Omega out there in DC. What up? Baltimore, Maryland. What up? South Carolina was good. Who else we got? Planet Krypton. Okay, y'all gonna start it up today, huh? Yesterday it was from y'all was tapping in from Rikers Island. All of a sudden now it's Planet Krypton. Okay. Where else we got? Seattle in the building. Les out there in Seattle. Albany. What up? Steven out there in Toronto was good. Dapper Dan out there in Rock Island, Illinois. What else we got? San Francisco was good. New York City, Galveston, Portland, Oregon, California. Shout out to Man Down Sports, man. Shout out to Man Down Sports. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him. Shout out to Man Down. Maryland, Queens. Let's give it like 30 more seconds. Massachusetts. Nehemiah, I think out there in Ohio. Puerto Rico. Somebody said Arkham Asylum. I said, okay, y'all keep messing with me. Okay. Philly in the building. He said Arkham Asylum. Miami Gardens, Florida. What up? Let's give it 5 more seconds. Okay, so let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So, yesterday, we did a live. And we had some people on here accusing me of clickbaiting. One guy said, oh, this is just Tim McMahon's opinion. This isn't verified. Shout out to New York and Delaware and San Antonio. This isn't verified. Dreamers Pro, you always out there clickbaiting. You clickbaiting. Well, as it turns out, it has been made official now that Nico Harrison has been fired. And it's all over the internet. This is from Yahoo Sports. He has been fired. Breaking. The Dallas Mavericks have parted ways with GM Nico Harrison, team announced. Now, this is just the first one. Okay. We got a lot of them. Let's see Bleacher Report. Did they touch on it? Bleacher Report. Mavericks governor Patrick Dumont is expected to fire GM Nico Harrison meeting this morning. So this post came out 2 hours ago. The one I just showed you guys literally came out 15 minutes ago. So this is the verified news, okay, that they've parted ways from him. And I got another article. I got an article, rather, I want to share with you guys. This is from Yahoo Sports. Let me just post this. Oh, damn, the link is too long. Anyway, if you go to Yahoo Sports, you can pull up the article. It says, Basketball World reacts to Mavericks reportedly firing general manager Nico Harrison. It then continues on. The Dallas Mavericks will be looking for a new general manager after Nico Harrison was reportedly fired on Tuesday. Harrison's dismissal comes nearly 4.5 years after he was hired to replace Donnie Nelson. The Mavericks had success early on under Harrison. They won 50 games in 2 of his first 3 seasons and reached the conference finals twice, as well as the NBA finals in 2024. Tuesday's move comes with the Mavericks off to a 3-8 start with the number 1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg, in the lineup, and Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving dealing with injuries. And now let's look at what people said online. Draymond Green. Oh, my God. Draymond Green. He said, before anyone rewrites this story, remember, the Mavericks never got to see the team Nico Harrison constructed at full health. That's Draymond Green. Who else? Bill Simmons from The Ringer also said, Pelinka should probably wait a few hours before sending Nico the sorry dude. This sucks tags. Stephen A. Smith said, Stephen A. Well, y'all know Stephen A. Smith. He gonna do some kind of dramatic nonsense. Fred Cat said, and I think I can't stop thinking Saturday night was the first time the Dallas Mavericks failed to sell out a game in 24 years. Damn, I didn't know that. This is Isaac Harris. He says, my last convo with Nico Harrison as GM was media day this year. He told me why shouldn't you be fired question was the most disrespectful question he's ever been asked, and had a good back and forth about it. Ended with the same, okay, but so that was that conversation there. And everybody's reacting to it, man. Everybody's reacting to this news. Now, I got something else that I want to share with you guys here. This is from the owner of the team. So this is a post from ESPN, and it says, Mavericks governor Patrick Dumont sat courtside last night with a Mavs fan wearing a Lakers Luka Doncic jersey. The fan approached Dumont to apologize for flipping him off on opening night. It then continues on. This is from Shams. The Mavericks are firing, blah, 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 blah. And then it then says this. It says, as Mavs fan chanted fire Nico last night, Dumont took the time to let an 18-year-old fan show remorse for a gesture he made to him on opening night. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a disaster. And if I'm being honest with you, I didn't think this thing would go so... I didn't think it would go this bad this quickly. When the Lakers pulled off this trade, the school of thought was the Dallas Mavericks, and I was part of the people, the Dallas Mavericks won this trade in the short term, whereas the Lakers won it in the long term. That was the thought. We thought that the Dallas Mavericks would be good immediately. Why? Because you kept PJ Washington, you kept some of their other pieces, you still had the same coach in Jason Kidd. You're adding Anthony Davis, who's a great two-way player. You still have Kyrie Irving. You're getting the number 1 overall pick in Cooper Flagg. So many people thought that this team would have been competitive immediately. And we thought that the Lakers were going to be better later. But what ended up happening? AD got hurt his first game as a Mav. First game, he got hurt. Then we roll into this year. He only plays, 5 games, and then he gets injured again. There's Kyrie Irving is nowhere to be seen. And what ended up happening was, I think what cost Nico his job is this. I think what cost Nico his job was the fact that he traded a player in Anthony Davis who he thought would have a bigger impact on winning, especially from the defensive side of the floor, but failed to factor in the probability that AD would get injured immediately. And that's what happened. AD got injured immediately. And I think it sent a bad taste in the mouth of the fans. And ownership probably looked at it and said, there's no way we can keep you on as general manager when fans are coming to the arena and chanting night in and night out, fire Nico. Meanwhile, AD is not on the floor. Kyrie Irving is not on the floor. And the team is losing games left and right. So I think what the Dallas Mavericks management did was they fired Nico to save face. That's what I thought. That's what I think. I think they fired Nico because the fans already decided that the person that they were directing their anger towards was Nico. And as a way to kind of take the attention off of the organization, who I'm sure greenlit that trade, and we know this because The people that knew about the trade, according to what people said after, were the two governors of each team and the general managers, the four key figures. So by firing Nico, it takes the pressure off of the organization because Nico became the face of that trade, not the owner. Not the owner. And the owner wasn't going to fire himself. For the new people coming into the live, let me just give you guys an update here. And I'll read through what some people in the NBA are saying. So it is official now. Nico Harrison has been fired. Before we were hearing, like 30 minutes ago to an hour ago, we were hearing that he was going to be fired today. This is the official announcement. It says the Dallas Mavericks have parted ways with GM Nico Harrison, the team announced. So you have that bit of information there. Then I also want to read what people are saying online in terms of reacting to this news. So this is from a Yahoo Sports article. It says, the basketball world reacts to Mavericks reportedly firing general manager Nico Harrison. So Draymond Green said, before everyone rewrites the story, remember, the Mavericks never got to see the team Nico Harrison constructed at full strength. Bill Simmons from The Ringer said, Pelinka should probably wait a few hours before sending Nico the sorry dude, this sucks text. Stephen A. Smith weighed in on it. Fred Katz, he weighed in on it. He said, the thing I can't stop thinking about Saturday night was the first time the Dallas Mavericks failed to sell out a game in 24 years. Another guy report, his name is Isaac Harris. He said, my last conversation with Nico Harrison as GM was media day this year. Told me my why shouldn't you be fired question was the most disrespectful question he's ever been asked, and had a good back and forth about it. Ended with him saying time will tell if he was right. Time has told. And more people are reacting to it all over the internet. So look, guys, do you think the Dallas Mavericks made the right decision? Jesus Christ, bro. Yo, whoever's a mod, block this dude named Warren. Whoever's one of the moderators, make sure you block this dude for me, please. Block this dude named Warren, please. Just block him. Just block him right now. Please. Ghost 100, please block this dude named Warren for me, please. Just block him. Appreciate that. Let me read this super chat here. This is from Hamid Belfort. He said, in the words of Charles Barkley, that damn street clothes costing GMs their jobs. Shaking my head. So let me get a sense. Do y'all think that do you think the Dallas Mavericks made the right decision? Let me put up a poll here. Let me see. Did the Mavs make the right decision? So let me know what y'all think. Let's start up a poll. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and we're gonna react to this a little bit further. What do you guys think? Put yes or no. I want to see what the audience has to say about this. Let me see what people have to say. Let's try to get like 100 or 200 votes in, so we can get a good idea of what people are saying here. Let's try to get 200 votes. Make sure you guys vote on this poll, guys. Just vote on this poll and let's get these likes up. I want to see what you guys are saying. So 60%. I'm surprised that 40% are saying no. That's interesting. Why would they say that? Let me just keep let's just try to get at least 100 votes on this here, and then we'll see what people are saying. Let's try to get to 100 votes, and then we'll get a good sample size of what people think about. So basically, 6 out of every 10 people are saying that the Dallas Mavericks got it right. Look, the Dallas Mavericks, I think they got it right from a PR standpoint. The fan base were fed up with Nico. The fan base are looking at Luka Doncic, averaged 37, 10, and 9. The Lakers are 8 and 3. Meanwhile, the guy that they trade Luka for, he's not playing. Kyrie Irving is not playing. They don't seem to know what they're doing with the Cooper Flag, and they have a 3-8 record. No, the Mavs had to do something. They had to do something. They had to. Now, whether or not this was the right move in terms of we never got to see the Mavs be healthy and all of that. Look, guys, look. If I'm being honest with you, we live in a world of results. Look at the Clippers. I put up a poll the other today on the channel. Do you think the Clippers should fire Ty Lue, or do you think the Clippers should trade away Kawhi Leonard? The Clippers are in a similar kind of situation, but it's not as egregious as this one. Why? Because the Clippers traded away all of their players, including SGA, to land Paul George. Think about this for a second, guys. The Clippers traded away all of those players, including SGA, in order to land Paul George, who ended up being a pandemic P, just to go pair him up with Kawhi Leonard, and it turned out to be a total disaster. So I think some people should be getting fired over there at the Clippers too. If Nico Harrison deserves to get fired, so does Lawrence Frank. So does Lawrence Frank. Because what has been the result of that trade? SGA went on to OKC and they won the title. The thing that Kawhi and Paul George were meant to do, they haven't even done it. This year, the Clippers are what, 3-8 or some abysmal record? So Lawrence Frank should be getting fired too. He should be. The Clippers also need to do something. Their situation is not as bad as this. Why? Because Paul George wasn't as big a name as Luka Doncic, and SGA wasn't the SGA of today. So that's why. But if we're keeping it a bean, somebody at the Clippers needs to get fired too.